After having had our first taste of Cairo, today it is time to head out to see one of the wonders of the world, the Giza pyramids. The pyramids are one of Egypt's most fascinating sights. For over 3,500 years, they were the tallest buildings in the world. And even today, nobody knows for sure how they were built.
Good morning. Hello, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Good morning, welcome back again to Cairo. We are on our way to the Giza pyramids, probably the most famous site in Egypt. We're really excited to go there. We're going to explore. We have booked a guide for today with a tour because he can explain us a bit about the history and all that stuff. And I'm really excited to go to the Giza pyramids.
It is really funny here on the ring road around Cairo. You have all manners of vehicles, including horses and camel on the big road where are like 4 or 5 lanes or something. It's just crazy to see the camels walking around here. You sit pretty high up on these camels. They seem to be even bigger than the ones we were on in Mongolia. That is just crazy.
Yeah.
They're nicely decorated. Festive camels. Good morning there, beasties.
Alright, that was an eventful morning. First we arrived here to the site with our guide/driver, and then he said, yeah, okay, when will you be back from pyramids? I'll wait for you for 2 hours here. We were like, huh?
You're our guide?
You're a guide? He's like, no, I'm a driver. And his English was also not very good, like very basic.
In the end, the thing with the guide didn't really work out. You were like, no, it's okay, it's just like usual, you know, we'll go in, we'll film as we always do.
We like never take a guide, almost never, unless...
But then we had to come in, bought our entrance ticket, everything was fine, had to go through security, and security insisted on taking basically half our camera gear, everything except our camera.
They took
the microphone, which is why the audio is probably not so good right now.
Yeah, they took the microphone, they took the stabilizer, they took the gorilla pod. What else?
They wanted to take our lenses.
Yeah, they wanted to take our 2 extra lenses as well, so we were like...
I mean, and there are no rules for it. There's so many people that have like audio videos with microphones in here. It's ridiculous.
Anyway, rant over. We made it to the pyramids.
I plan on continuing.
We made it to the pyramids. I'm really excited to be here. The pyramids, as you see behind us, you have the Sphinx, 2 pyramids, and there's somewhere a 3rd pyramid. I don't know, the sun is my eyes, I can't really see what's on the screen.
There are actually 9 pyramids in total, but only 3 of them are like very big.
Yeah, 3 are really big ones. And they're over 4,500 years old. Just take a few seconds to let that sink in. 4,500 years old.
These pillars are all in marble, and the marble in most places looks a little bit wetter. You can see that the surface is like a little bit roughened, probably by like the rain and stuff. There are also a few of these surfaces that are still very smooth, the way you would imagine marble to look. So here you can even see from the shine on the marble that it's very smooth and like polished surface. Really cool, so nice and fresh.
So this is the place where they took the body of the king. Firstly, they purified the body, and then they carefully wrapped it for the mummification process. And then they carried it all the way to the main pyramid here, or I don't know which one every pyramid he was supposed to be buried in. There used to be an underground passageway that led all the way to the pyramid, so they didn't have to go above ground. So yeah, this was like a ceremonial palace where the king was prepared for his burial. So, and quite an impressive feat. Fortunately, the roof is gone. But if you look at how high these hallways are, it's like 6-7 meters high. It must have been, well, at that time. Now walking through the original passageway through which the body of the king was carried to go to the pyramid. So I'm really excited.
Feel the history.
Straight ahead you can see already one of the big pyramids. It's a really impressive sight, especially if you come from this entrance. You immediately have the Sphinx in front of you and the 3 pyramids.
If you come from the other side, you only see the Sphinx afterwards, no?
Yeah.
So the pharaohs believed that there were going to be gods in the afterlife. So during their lifetime, they had a lot of temples erected to honor the gods. And after their death, they were going to be placed here in these pyramids, which essentially would be their final resting place. They're very fancy graves. And this Sphinx right here stands guard to the pyramid. The Sphinx is half lion, half man. It has the body of a lion, as you can clearly see from the feet over here. The paws are playing like this in the front. And it's also half man because it has the face, the head of a pharaoh, with like the distinct shape around the head. We're now gonna walk up to the pyramids and we're gonna see if we can go inside them and just check them out.
Meanwhile, Kim is being held hostage for selfies. She's like a rock star, eh? Kim is taking another selfie.
Yes. I think people are probably like, oh my god, I've never seen a person this pale. I did not know this existed. This is like picture and selfie central. Everyone is trying to get a nice picture with the Sphinx and the pyramid in the background. So we thought this way would lead to the pyramids, but it seems to be locked off. We're gonna have to jump the fence.
Yeah, how do we get out of here?
The route to take is as much a mystery here as how they built the pyramids.
You can ride pretty much anything here. You can ride camels, horses, probably some other wild animals, I don't know. But Kim already has me to carry her bags, her trusted donkey, so we don't need any transportation.
And at security, they did make sure to make it a little bit lighter for you to carry.
Oh yeah.
They have your best interest at heart.
My camera equipment is now lighter.
You've made it to the main event, the pyramids. Look at that.
The Great Pyramid of Giza. It's incredible just to stand here. Can you imagine that 4,500 years ago? They put these little rocks on top of each other to build one of the...
Little rocks.
Yeah, little rocks.
Little rocks, you say. Suivez-moi, I have something to show you. This is the base layer. I am 1 meter 75 centimeters tall. So I think it's safe to say this is 1.5 meters. There are at least 60 of these layers, more actually. One stacked on top of the other, and they weigh like tons. I mean, how can you move this? How can you, I mean, even if you have like workers and horses can't fly.
I can't? Get it. Oh my god, my life has been a lie.
It's crazy when you think about it, because you don't like realize the sheer magnitude of it when you are looking at a picture on the internet, but just to show you, this is the base layer. I mean,
hello there, base layer.
It's incredible, and then this goes all the way up there. I mean, it's pretty hard to fathom like the size of this place.
It's crazy. It wasn't like this actually when it was constructed. So this is what the complete pyramid looked like in the old days. Like, it was completely smooth and wide. It was. I managed to escape the madness.
Now run!
I'm glad we still have our celebrity status on lockdown. I was getting worried. I mean, it had been 4 minutes at least since somebody asked for a selfie.
At least I was starting to get worried that I might be catching a tan, you know?
We didn't escape anything. What was I saying?
They were just, I don't know.
I was gonna say something. Yeah. It's a really stark contrast to Romania, where people, if we got out the camera, people would just disappear. I don't know where they would go. They just like vanish.
So the first pyramid that we saw was built by Khufu, also called Cheops, the pyramid of Cheops. The second one, the one we're at right now, 1 meter lower than the other one, was built by his son, and it's the one that has a Sphinx in the front. It was built in the year 2525 BC, so it's pretty old. And actually, I don't know why, I mean, they seem pretty similar, but I prefer this one to the first one, because it still has an extra layer over there on the top, and it just looks pretty cool. It's like an additional feature.
Yeah, it's actually how the whole pyramid was when it was built, so you can like catch a glimpse of what it used to be like.
And oddly, here there are no people. There's no one. Literally almost no one. I mean, all the way over there, you have it all to yourself, and the previous one was just chock full of people.
Yeah, of course it's not the Great Pyramid.
This is the not so great pyramid.
This is not so great pyramid. And there's the over there we have the third and last big pyramid. That's even smaller. And there's nobody there. You can see like 10 people from here.
Normally you can also go inside at least one of the pyramids.
Yeah, normally one is supposed to be open, at least one. But I think when we were climbing up the great one, it was like when we arrived there, it was still open. There were some people there, but then they closed it off. Maybe it's just for a couple of hours or a limited number of people. I don't know exactly. To be honest, I've already been in the pyramids. It's cool because you can be in the pyramids, but it's like it's like an empty chamber made of stone, so it's not that impressive.
So we did end up going into one of the pyramids. Sand and hair. It was a smaller one. I wanted to go into the Great Pyramid. It was open in the afternoon, but it was 400 Egyptian pounds to get in. Plus I had to walk all the way to the main entrance and back to get the ticket. So that's 25 euros, even more in dollars. And I was like, nah, not really sure if that's gonna be worth it. But this one right here, that one is a very small pyramid that was built for the Queen. And you can go down into these very long stair halls.
Inside of the pyramid is really cool.
It's quite tiring actually because it's a very, very steep tunnel, and the steps is more like a very steep slope, and they put like these small pieces of wood for you to put your feet on so that you can't slide down. But still, it's not easy, but it's so nice.
What do you think of the inside?
I thought it was pretty cool to see. I thought especially like the staircases were cool because obviously these pyramids weren't built for like regular use by the pharaoh. It was just to get them in there and leave them in there for all eternity, but I thought it was pretty cool.
Now I think it's time to head to the Egyptian Museum where we can see the insides of these pyramids.
First you pick up the microphone because maybe you're tired of the crappy audio.
And when you're coming here you should prepare for a very dusty experience. I mean, yeah, there's like sand everywhere, and especially in these months, the winter months, it's especially windy here, and with all the camels and horses walking around, they kick up so much dust. I mean, I can even feel it in my mouth, and like my hair feels all dusty, and I think I can just roll off the dust from me. So come prepared.
No, it's not that bad, but still, it's dusty. That concludes our visit to the pyramids. We also visited the Egyptian Museum later that same day. We didn't film it because it wasn't too easy to film. It's technically not allowed unless you buy a pretty expensive video permit. If you want to see the small behind the scenes stuff that we don't always post on YouTube, we don't post everything in these videos. If you want to see that, make sure to head on over to our Instagram. I post a few Instagram stories mostly every day. If you want to see the ones from the Egyptian Museum, you can go to our story highlights on our page, click Egypt, skip through the rest of them, or watch them if you want to, and then you will see the ones from the Egyptian Museum. We really loved it there. Also posted a few pictures from the museum.
Yeah, it was a really nice experience.
Also, if you want to support us in continuing to make these videos, make sure to check out our Patreon page, which you'll also link somewhere around here probably. Go check that out, and make sure to hit the subscribe button if you want to follow the rest of these videos, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Horses can't fly.
I can't? Oh my god, my life has been a lie.
It's crazy when you think about it because you don't like realize the sheer magnitude